Hi, I'm Ogechi and I'm from Lagos, Nigeria.
Hi, I'm Chinemeram for short, and I'm from Lagos, Nigeria.
Hi, I'm Christine Kenyoa. I'm from Nairobi, Kenya.
Hi, I'm Elsie Odero. I'm from Kenya as well.
Very good question. So I'm coming to Duke. I realized that being an African woman here is special. There are very few African women. Being a Duke versus being in Nigeria. In Nigeria, you're the norm. Everyone is African. Everyone is Nigerian. But then you come here and you realize that there are people who share that identity with you, and you gravitate towards them, and you build this community that you start to rely on, and you start to trust, and you know that they understand you, they get you, and that makes your value for that identity grow, and then you begin to think of yourself as special, as an African woman that's possessing this identity that's unique. And I think that aspect, the aspect of community and trust and friendship, has made me appreciate being African woman, has made me value my identity as an African woman.
For me, I think the biggest thing that I learned was how to be African outside being African in opposition to something. So like growing up, because I was the only girl in my entire family, it always felt like I was battling someone, I was a girl and I had to prove A, B, C. I was a girl, so I had to do this. So it was always like, I'm an African girl, but it's always in opposition to something. So all the identities I took on were always sort of in conflict with someone else's. But coming here, it's been interesting to see myself try and learn who I am without being in conflict with someone, just sort of like a pure, this is me as Christine, this other things I present, and being African and a woman is one of those identities, and it doesn't have to be I'm battling with someone else. It can be pure, independent, and wonderful, right?
For me, two things. First being that I really got to appreciate the things about my identity that I didn't appreciate while I was living in Nigeria. And one of that, which is just it's the fact that I speak Igbo. I'm a fluent speaker in Igbo, which is Eastern Nigerian language. And growing up, my dad would only speak that in the house, my mom would only speak that in the house. It was mandatory, but I never valued it, I never appreciated it, I never understood even why it was necessary until I moved out to the US 3 years ago. And I moved to the US 3 years ago, and just being around people who were not like me, and people who were speaking their own languages, it was wow, this is really one of the only things about me that I can really hold on to. And it was a disappearing language. 10, 20 years ago, you're not gonna have it, as popular anymore. And so being one of the very few people in this generation that can really speak it so fluently, it's just so being amongst people who are not like me made me really value that. And then also just being a black woman, growing up in Nigeria, you deal with issues of colorism, right? Light skin versus dark skin, and the lighter you are, the prettier you are. And yes, there are traces of that still exist even here in America, but dealing with racism and dealing with just being black, it's no longer you're Igbo, you're Yoruba, you're Hausa, it's that you're black or you're white. And so that was just really, really hard to grapple with. But now, and I'm still grappling with that, but now it's more that I'm learning to really appreciate myself as a black woman, and what does that even mean? Trying to just wrap my head around that. And those two things have just become clearer to me ever since I've been at Duke.
For me, coming to Duke has been learning about my identity has been such a process, both with really hard ways of learning about it and really easy ways of learning about it. The things that also African women go through, and so it just made me realize that our struggles are valid and accepted in order to take a fast step towards empowering ourselves.